Hello everyone, this is Saketsu and today I brought 17 pro tips for Mobile Legends brought by all the pro players, and today I'm gonna teach you all those pro tips so that you can be a better player in the future. So let's get started then.
Bro, please learn to adjust. Just. This is my favorite topic, and I don't need any script to learn this one. First of all, most in his heroes you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 categories: tank, fighter, assassin, mage, marksman, support. But when you play rank, if someone has played Hanabi, suppose 1100, and he shows, and if someone mistakenly someone takes MM, अरे भाई हो गया मतलब एकदम. He will also take marksman, then he will also in anger take marksman, 2 marksman. Bro, one thing, listen, learn to adjust. If you cannot adjust, just don't play solo, play in squad, because you have to know that every person are different. No one will see who takes what. You have to adjust and have to play. So that's why I recommend every category at least learn 2 heroes, so that you don't find it difficult to play. Don't go for only marksman, mage, only assassin.
Bro, learn the meta heroes.
Choosing the meta heroes. By the name called meta, you will understand that there is something different about these heroes than the usual ones. Meta heroes are those heroes which can carry a game with very less effort. They are usually means recently released heroes or recently buffed heroes with overpowered skills, or even heroes that are most commonly or rarely banned on ranked game. Some meta heroes are like Claude, Khufra, Hylos, Grok, then Selena, Lancelot, Gushin, then you can say Natalia, Valir, Sylvana, Exborg, then Chao are some of the heroes that are mostly used in ranked games of top so I refer to take meta heroes because they can make a game win.
Using the camera movement. Movement is the most essential aspect used in Mobile Legends. It helps to avoid ganks from enemies and also helps you to gank enemies as usual. You can reveal their positioning using the camera movement by listening to the sound. For example, I can show you there is sound coming here, means someone is taking the buff. And if you come close, there is a Khatot who is a noob taking the buff. So you just show him his talent and try to kill this guy. Come on, boy. Kill. He's too tanky. So as you can see, I will die. So I'm retreating. Get lost, man. Just for a tip. Okay, that's a shame. Just for a tip, you can just turn off the music here to hear them better.
Map awareness. Map awareness is one of the most important and useful tool to help you win the game, as it helps you to not get ganked, help you to invade, predict where the enemies are, and even it's a game changer. So it's very important for you to understand the map, where your enemies are and what they're gonna do. So look at the map every after 3 seconds to help you win all those games. By looking at the enemy's movement, you can know what your enemy is gonna do. For that, I'm gonna show you a small example of how to use the map efficiently and avoid all those ganks. So let's get started then. Suppose you're taking a marksman role, suppose Bruno, and basically, as you know, marksman goes to the bot for the red buff, and suddenly you see an enemy Grok clearing the wave. After that, you see that his movements are going down to the bot. What do you think he's gonna do? Obviously, he will come with Gushon or etc. to gank you, but with the help of the map, you can prevent yourself from getting ganked. This is how you use the map efficiently and avoid all those ganks. Most of the pro players use the map very efficiently. This is just a slight example to make you understand for them.
Very common topic. No trash.
Very means it's a very common topic, and I know most of you know this kind of thing. So I'll just talk you in brief that don't trash talk, guys, please, because if you trash talk, it will just worsen the game, and just even if there is 1% chance of winning, that also you will lose. So don't lose hope and just trash talk. At least play the game, and if you don't like the trash talking of others, just go to the menu and just silent the comments of others. It will just help you to focus in the game.
Knowing all the heroes, at least their basics, what you need.
Knowing all the heroes is one of the most important thing that you have to do. Knowing the heroes doesn't mean that you have to be pro in every hero, but it does means that at least you have to know all their skills and passive, so that you can, even if you get them in opponent, so that you can counter them. Because suppose you are pro in Chow, then if you play so good in Chow, then of course you know what his counters are. So because of that, you can counter him if he's in the enemy line. So because of that, you should, means you should know all the heroes, at least their passives, or you can also see YouTube and see their counters to how to counter them, because it's good for you obviously. And if you know all the heroes, then it's really a nice one thing.
A very important topic, which is rotation.
Is one of the most important, almost very important for every role you play. Suppose I'm playing Chow, so the rotation I'm gonna show you a little bit. So you have to go to the top lane mostly, because the marksman goes to the bot lane, and you have to gank in the middle here. In the middle of the, you have to catch these minions and clear their wave. If suppose after clearing the wave, if your enemy ganks the red buff of the enemies, then gank here. Then go to the top lane and again clear the wave of the top lane, so that you can keep the land clear. Then after that, help your mid laner so that you can gank the enemies. And after that, take the turtle. Sorry, not the turtle. It's a crab. Take the big one crab, as it's come on 1:30 minutes. After 1:30 minutes, this games. So after that, clearing the wave. So this is a kind of rotation that a fighter does, and the rotation topic is very long for every category. So I'll make a separate video. If you do comment down, if you want me to make a separate video on the rotations. Thank you.
Knowing your role.
Knowing your role is a very important topic, because suppose if you play tank, you have to know that you have to protect your team allies. If you take fighter, either you have to play as a solo laner, as an off laner to protect half of the map, or you can just go for ganks, or take assassin is to take the kills, or you can take the maze to just give that AoE damage, or you can take the marksman so that you can wait for the late game and just give them a very nice good game. And also you can take the support. So you have to know your role of what you do. Every role what you play is very different from the other. Tank cannot play like marksman cannot play like assassin cannot play like maze.
Using the hero lock mode.
Hero lock mode is one of the most important that most of the top rankers use. To unlock the hero lock mode, you just have to go to the settings, then go to controls. Here you can see down this one, hero lock mode. This one, just on it, and as you can see, as I'm closing out, there is a two circles, one Lela, one Zilong. Of course, this Zilong has too much health, and of course you don't want to waste your hit on this one. But Lela has only little health, so you can just go to that and click it, so that it will only target Lela and not Zilong. Most of this is used in ganks. You have to do it really fast because enemies won't wait for you, and it also goes off if you go little far. Suppose this one is the circle, as you can see, and if you go far from that hero lock mode gone. But if it's one hero, then it will take the space. So just use the hero lock mode and enjoy the game.
Using the HFR mode.
Our mode should be used. Why? Because, and it says that turning on this will improve your graphics experience, and yes, it improves your graphics, it makes the game smoother, but it will consume more battery and it will heat up. No, it actually doesn't heat up so much, but still, means I'll just give you a gameplay. Suppose I'm without HFR mode, it little hangs. As you can see, it hangs a little. It's not so smooth. You can feel the change, right? This one, it hangs. But if I turn on the HFR mode, look at the difference. Look, it's so smooth. I can use it so freely. Like, it's like nothing. It's like butter. So I recommend to use the HFR mode in rank, classic, everywhere.
Using the voice chat or using the Discord.
Turn on the Discord or turn on the voice chat. It helps you in ganking because you have a communication with your teammates of the enemies are and will they gank or not. Because if you don't have communication, no, it creates a lot of problems. It creates a lot of problems because if there is a communication where you will not know whether they will attack or not. I know there is a launch attack or retreat, but still, if you have the Discord, it's very easy for you to play and it helps you in every rank. So this is a very pro tip that most of our pro rankers use it. As you can see in most of the MCL matches, they use headphones, right? So they have a lot of communication there. So that's decreases the communication gap.
Don't try to solo. Try to play trio or squad.
Pro players that please don't play solo. I have seen most of the players you play solo. Bro, I know solo is like a tough guy, man, you can take, but I think it's a waste of time because if you play trio and squad, you at least know that they are good players. I know you will all take good players only, no, you will not take bad players, of course, because see, if you play solo na, then it just waste your time and it's just a luck that either you have to get very good players or you will get noobs and afterwards you will just trash talk and just lose the game, nothing else. So I just recommend to play with trio and squad so that you can control the game, because trio also can control the game because you have 3 people, right? So there is no communication problem. Sorry, there is no communication problem.
Making your own build and spell and not copying it.
I have seen a lot of you means copying the build of the pro players. I know they are pro, so you just follow them. Actually, know one thing, that the build that they show here is the build that they use on the last match, and don't just blindly follow those because they keep changing. As you can see, I'll just give you an example, okay? Just keep changing. But suppose I am taking Claude, okay? Claude, where is the Claude? Suppose I am taking the Claude. Where is Claude? You can say he's taking means cooldown boots. He's taking this one magic boots, right? But I recommend not to take magic boots. I take mana boots. Why? Because it comforts me, because I cannot work in cooldown boots. So you go to your comfort. Don't copy those builds that the pro players play. They are pro and they play with the team, but there are some of them are means core items, like the Claude needs the Demon Hunter sword. The Demon Hunter sword is a very necessary item for Claude. So some items you cannot leave, and endless battle is like a common these days. So this is like, and about the spell you can copy, but still I recommend not to copy. It's about, it goes to you what you want, because every has different kinds of passives, different kinds of movements, so it depends upon you. And I recommend to buy all this, okay, buy with tickets, this all those things, means extra sheets, so that you can make make your own builds, means sorry, emblems. You can make your own emblems, okay.
Go for more counter picks or just rest in peace?
Counter picking is one of the almost most important, because if you don't counter pick the meta heroes, na, they will just kill you, and they will just kill you very badly. So because I will give you just an example. Suppose Esmeralda depends on the shield, and as you know, Esmeralda sir is Baxia. So if I attack, you can see a hard break of it. So you can see my shield is not coming out, and Baxia can kill me very easily, because and if Baxia is on the opponent, and if I am an Esmeralda, then it's very hard for me to control the game. So you have to counter pick almost every hero, not every hero, at least the meta heroes that the enemy takes. So it becomes very easy for you all to just kill the enemies and just win the game easily.
Never in your life do this. Never, never, never ever surrender.
Most important part is surrender. I have seen a lot of players who just means when they know that they are gonna lose at the last moment, they will just click the settings, means they will go to surrender, okay. I recommend, please don't surrender till the last moment, till this base doesn't goes off, because you don't know when there will be an epic comeback, bro. Because there are a lot of games, lot of matches which I have played, pro players have played, that they win at the last moment. So just don't go for all these things, just surrender. There, I think you never should surrender. Just play the game till your best. Do what, this is not waste of time, this is just, you just try to win the game, bro. This is what I recommend.
Ganking, ganking, ganking. Do the ganking, win the game.
Ganking is one of the most important in Mobile Legends, because suppose you want to gank the red buff, you have to gank with your team, and that needs a lot of communication and a lot of skills also. So you have to gank. I cannot show you gank now because I don't have my team right now. I have to play solo and I cannot play. But you have to gank. I'm just showing you. Suppose you attack the blue buff, okay, and you have to embed the blue buff. If you don't gank, how will the enemies, they will get easy, because most of the pro players gank, and if you don't gank, they will gank you, and ultimately they will get the more gold, because they will kill you, and ultimately you will lose the game. So there is a very important that you just gank them, and don't gank restlessly, okay, because if you just, suppose I'm in low health Claude, and I'm going to kill the red buff with 3 people, then I'll obviously die na. 3 enemies with 1 versus 3 you're doing, then you will die na. So don't, if you're 100% confident that you can kill, then you go for it, but don't go for it, I recommend, if you cannot.
In the draft for legends and mythics.
I have taken this topic because I have seen a lot of players banning all the meta heroes. Please don't ban all the meta heroes, because there is a chance that you will get a meta hero, because there is a high chance if you take meta heroes and you can win the game. So please, I recommend not to ban at least 2 heroes. Give them one. If you're the first pick, ban, at least don't ban 1 heroes which you can get for yourself. If you're the second one, don't ban the don't ban 2 heroes, meta heroes.